Welcome back to Only Players, baby. And let's talk about some positives. And usually a trade doesn't go great for both teams. But in the case of the Minnesota Timberwolves and the 76ers, I think both teams feel that, hey, they both did pretty well with this trade. And if you look at the trade before, the numbers of a guy like a Cat Williams, I mean, who basically Butler's presence maybe in the locker room, maybe took a little bit of his leadership away, maybe took a little bit of his fire away from the game. But it seems that after the trade, Zeke, that he's played better, that the team has played better for whatever reasons. But it also seems like Butler, who had gone 0 for 8 in game winners, has made his last 2. So we kind of wondered, could Butler have that effect there of negativity and be positive on another team? It seems like Butler's done a great job there, and he's great in that locker room for them.
It appears that's what happened, right?
Yeah.
He's positive in Philly,
right,
and he was negative in Minnesota. And when you talk about, Cat, right? You say the big Cat, the way he's played since Butler's been traded, you have to say, well, this is a good trade because you let the big cat out of the bag.
Yeah,
and when we watch Butler knock down these 2-3 shots from the same position, game winners, we as players, we always say, well, damn, didn't you read the scouting report? Didn't you see? I mean, the scouting report has got to say, okay, in the game, this is his favorite spot. This is where he likes
right
to shoot
hand
the
dribble, step
right
back,
hand dribble, step back, going right. Yeah. Don't let him get to that little spot on the court. Yeah. Right below the hash mark. Try to force him left, get him but get him away from that spot.
Exactly.
So while we're watching that film, you're saying, well, damn, they didn't read the scouting report. Didn't they know what was coming?
Right. Big shot by him, but we have to be honest, a letdown defensively by both teams, especially our second team. And I guarantee you, in a tie game, when Jimmy Butler gets it next time, they're going to run somebody at him or keep him off that three-point line. And Kev, we just talked about following point guards and the influence that they could have in the locker room, even the negative influence, say, with the guy that doesn't play defense and then he tries to have a leadership role. Well, since Jimmy Butler's been gone from this team, and you have to give Cat and Wiggins and those guys some credit, but you also have to say, where was their play when he was there? But I'm sure you would say it starts with the little things, rim running, hitting the boards, not just the number of points he scored, but probably Cat's effort has a lot to do with his production.
Couldn't agree more, Chris. You look at Cat's numbers right now. Towns was averaging like 10 rebounds when Jimmy was on the team. He's averaging 15 rebounds. Now that's effort. And he's going after, there's a difference, 10.8, 14.9. And look at his field goal percentage. That's amazing to say that. I'm almost 10 points better field goal percentage-wise because Butler's gone. But I will say one thing. I still know a lot of people in the Minnesota organization. I talked to him. He is taking over a leadership role, and a lot of people in that locker room were questioning him for a while because, Butler comes in, starts cursing everybody out and doing that stuff, and nobody said anything.
Right.
Well, all of a sudden, he leaves, and Towns has told everybody, hey, this is my team, follow me, jump on my back, I'm going to lead you. And he's playing like that. And right now, they're really happy. It's an unusual trade where both teams actually do well in it. Yeah. But I think the Philly's doing well, Butler's making game winners. And Karl Anthony Towns, now they're going to find out how good he can be. Yeah. Can he be the man to take you to the playoffs? And more importantly than taking the playoffs, can he help your team win playoff series and make a playoff run?
Yeah, you just mentioned it's unusual for both teams to benefit. Well, it's really unusual for both teams to have MVP candidates.